Hello everyone, I'm your news anchor, Yali. Welcome back to our channel. Let's get straight into today's Chinese news. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hurry up and hit the subscribe button. So, let's get started. The US State Department has thrown a massive stone that has made quite a splash. They've stated that their sanctions on Chinese Defense Minister Li Shangfu will continue. Imagine, General Li's friends in Washington must be thinking, well, that barbecue party seems to be postponed again. What is China's response? It's even more interesting. They have directly banned US chip manufacturer Micron Technology. It seems like they're saying, if you don't want our defense minister, we don't want your chips. Apparently, for China, the value of friendship is not as high as a silicon wafer. China's foreign investment ranking in Germany has slipped to the 4th position. It seems that China's hefty checks have not moved the Europeans. However, the EU's High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Borrell, even warned China not to provide weapons to Russia. It seems like Europe's mood is more like, we don't care for your money, and we don't need your guns. Speaking of China and Russia, it looks like their friends are enjoying some barbecue skewers together. Russia's Prime Minister is visiting China with a trade delegation, seemingly demonstrating to the world, look at how great our friends are. But, Europeans do not seem to be buying this display of camaraderie. Taiwanese Taekwondo athlete Li Dongxian waved the 5-star red flag at the Asia-Pacific Masters Games award ceremony, seemingly shouting to the world, I am Chinese. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen, however, stated, war is not an option. Despite their continuous pleas, Taiwan has still not been invited to the World Health Assembly, WHA. For Taiwan, it seems like they are playing a game of hide and seek. If you're a national leader, you may have already realized that if you offend China, they might retaliate economically? Therefore, Mrs. Truss has proposed a new idea in her meeting with Tsai Ing-wen, establishing an economic NATO. It sounds like a good idea. If we all stand together, China's economic retaliation wouldn't be so scary, right? Let's discuss domestic news in China. China's economic recovery is slower than expected, with 20.4% of young job seekers still unable to find work. If you are looking for a job, perhaps you should consider China's retail, construction and other blue-collar industries, as they seem to need more staff. But if you are a doctor or a teacher, you may need to wait a bit longer. Recent polls show that older respondents in China are more inclined to take a tough stance on Taiwan than the younger generation. It seems they're growing impatient with the Taiwan issue, and they might be thinking, how great it would be to resolve this in my lifetime. The volume of second-hand houses listed in Shenzhen has reached a new high for the year, at 52,000 units. It seems like people are looking for new homes, or maybe they just want a change of scenery or country. Either way, if you're looking for a new home in Shenzhen, now might be a good time, as long as you're not unemployed and still have money. Recently, human rights lawyer Yu Wensheng and his wife Xu Yan disappeared for over a month. Their families received notice from the authorities that they had been arrested for picking quarrels and provoking trouble. This news, like a meteor, crossed the sky in China without leaving any trace. Human rights lawyer Zhang Tianyong has been separated from his family for a whole decade. They have been trying to apply for reunion but have been stopped by the Chinese authorities. It's heartbreaking. Issues of freedom of speech and the right to a legal defense still exist, and we hope that Zhang Tianyong and his family can reunite soon. LGBTQ groups in China have stopped operating one after another, which seems to indicate that the space for speech and expression in China is tightening. This also includes officials. Recently, Chinese state media poured cold water on tourism bureau chiefs who attract tourists through drag shows. They published an article warning these internet-famous bureau chiefs to stop attracting attention with flamboyant methods. As for changes in Chinese enterprises, the spin-off and end of Alibaba's partner system seems to signal the end of an era in the history of China's modern enterprise development. Let's look at the latest notice issued by China's Ministry of Education. They have regulated the enrollment order of primary and secondary schools, prohibiting schools from selecting students through examinations or disguised examinations to ensure equal admission opportunities. Wow, China is really firm. This means kids no longer need to prepare for exams, and the fair chance has arrived. Will it be like a few decades ago? Speaking of China, of course we can't avoid mentioning China's COVID-19 vaccination issue. What surprises us is that they have achieved an 80% national vaccination rate in just a few months. It's hard to tell if this is a good thing or not. After all, in this era of big data, who can tell us if our data can be protected? Our next topic seems like something out of a sci-fi novel. In Fuzhou, a tech company boss was swindled out of 4.3 million yuan in just 10 minutes using AI face swapping technology. It seems that the rapid development of AI technology also brings some unforeseen problems. Perhaps in the near future, we will need a special anti-AI scam department. Finally, let's look at a very interesting social phenomenon. In China's marriage market, it seems that single aristocrats are becoming a new trend. Statistics show that on May 20th of this year, China's online marriage registration system collapsed. Unfortunately, this crash was not because too many people wanted to get married, but because single aristocrats went online to express their commitment to being single. Oh, the power of being single. That's the news update for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time. Take care everyone.